Guys, today we're going to be learning Drakania, and I have my good friend Flowers here who's going to teach us how to play the class. He is the NA rank 1, widely known as the best Drakania in the NA region. And today we are going to be learning Drakania. I have none other than Mr. Flowers to teach me. He's I feel like the best guy to teach me. We're going to be learning PVE and PvP. But before we do, if you can just maybe briefly introduce yourself, let the audience know who you are. The new title coming after AFK Arena is officially here, AFK Journey. Looking like it's straight from a fantasy anime film, you'll embark on an epic journey to fight the Faceless and save the continent of Asperia. My AFK story continued in Journey, meeting new partners along with the familiar heroes in the even more vast and fully dimensional continent of Asperia, while also having my hero companion always accompany me. I noticed that the world of AFK Journey is designed around different maps which include its own unique stories and races. I was given an experience that allowed me to explore the world, meeting different players and heroes, as well as new stories, all on a large, seamless map. This game stayed true to its roots, offering a relaxed gameplay experience along with idle features. For example, equipment is divided into 5 categories and is shared across all occupation equipment and equipment level. Battles were also up to par, offering a variety of puzzles that would require different strategies to win. For example, daily enemies would have you clear monsters on a map, or elite challenges which would have you eliminate a minor boss to win more rewards. All in all, there are a ton of features that this game will offer you. Be sure to start your adventure by pre-registering on the website, subscribe for updates, and join the community for discussions. Let me know what your favorite feature is in the comment section. Links can be found in the description.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Flowers. I've been playing BDO for 7 years. I've been playing Drakania ever since its release. I played Succession and then immediately went into Awakening as soon as it came out. Immediately fell in love with the class. Ever since its release, it came released pretty bad. And then just over time, it came to the point where it's literally the best PvP class. So I'm kind of reaping the benefits there. So yeah, and I'm gonna do my best to try and teach you. I'm not a teacher by any means, but I do have a template and a guide to kind of go through things. So I do stream as well. So if anybody had any questions outside of this, feel free to jump in there and ask as well.
All right, so I'm with you right now, and just so that you guys know, I am a returning player, so I have a pretty solid understanding of how combat works in this game, both in PvE and PvP. However, I have been far removed from the game. I haven't played for like, I don't know, somewhere between 3 to 5 years. Drakania is a brand new class. I have no idea. I just leveled it up here. I time-pieced it. So this is a fresh character, and we've got the best Drakania that's going to be teaching someone that is completely clueless.
How about we do movement first? I think movement's a great way to learn the class.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
Movement first, because our movement is one of the best in the game. So it's going to go as follows. So let's start with this. Okay. So I want you to jump, then press RMB, then shift LMB.
Okay.
Jump forward.
Do I need to be in pre-awakening? Okay.
LB.
Oh.
You need to be in awakening.
I need to be in awakening? Okay.
Yep.
And then after the RMB, it's what? Shift LMB?
Shift LMB. Yep, that's going to be tip of the scale that you're doing. There you go.
Gotcha.
And you can spam that. So
is that last thing protected?
it's only protected because we have it in our core. As tip of the
Gotcha.
scale.
So that does actually CC.
That does CC.
Gotcha.
It does. It is a good engage for PvP.
Gotcha. What is the type of CC there? It is.
It's a stiff.
It's a stiff.
It's tip of the scale at the top of red. It's the first one in the red form. So with that, you can spam. So you can just keep doing it over and over. This you could do infinite. You can do
That's
infinite
insane.
With this.
Okay.
So what we kind of mix in with that is this.
Wait, I could use tip of the scale even off cooldown then.
Correct. It doesn't
just not
CC,
protect.
Though, if it's on.
It's not protected too, right?
Correct. It's not protected and it's not off and it's not
Okay.
It doesn't stiff.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So now we're gonna have you do WF. Okay. WF. and then WRMB.
WF. Whoops, I'm on cooldown. And then wait, does it have to flow? WF and then WRMB.
WF, WRMB. Just practice that. Okay.
Gotcha.
WF, WRMB. Perfect. See the distance like already with that.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And then after WRMB, now you do WE. Okay. So WF, WRMB, WE.
WF, WR. Wait, I'm on cooldown. Damn. WF,
Sorry.
WRMB, and then WE.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that. You're already like away from
that's
the fastest movement. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that is.
But that's not even it. It's not even the end of our movement.
And that's a knockdown too.
It's a float. Yes.
Oh, it's a float? Okay. Look like okay.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's why it's good to practice our movement, because in PvP, our movement also has catch potentials.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're smart with it, you could also be catching while you're just moving. But you just have to be wary that it is unprotected. Okay, so after the WE, you're going to hit Shift F and then do Shift LMB.
Shift LMB.
So I want you just to,
okay.
I want you just to practice this part separately, though. Okay, just do Shift F, then Shift LMB.
Shift F and then Shift LMB. Okay.
See how you leap forward with tip of the scale?
Yeah.
Shift F, then Shift LMB.
Okay, gotcha. Can you say that one more time for me?
Of course. So it's WF, WRMB, Tectonic Slam, WE, and Shift F, then Shift LMB.
Okay, gotcha. Wow. I mean, that'll be easy, obviously, once you memorize it. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes time. This class isn't hard; just simply takes time. That's it.
That was it. I just scuffed it, but that was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, what you're doing after that, Shift F, and that.
There's
Shift
another
LMB,
one after it.
Yep. There's more after it, and you jump, shift out, and then do that thing I taught you. The jump, shift LMB.
Okay, gotcha.
So as you could watch me just do complete laps around you here. And this is just the infinite movement combo.
Really? Wait, so you don't actually run out of stamina or anything by doing that?
No. Well, over time you'll run out of stamina, but you never
for
need
the
to
most
go
part,
anywhere.
yeah, gotcha.
Yes, it's literally infinite.
Okay.
I can just keep doing this around you over and over.
So if you're clearing like let's say you're like clearing Fogans and you're just doing a mass rotation, can you literally just do this and just clear everything for like one shot mobs?
So there's actually so there's actually this. Well, if you just do jump and then RMB,
just did there.
Yeah, if you just do the jump and then shift LMB thing that I taught you, that's typically going to kill your
okay, so that's pretty much what you're just doing to gotcha.
Yeah, so this is like a fast clear just to get through stuff. Now, it doesn't have a good AoE range, but as long as you aim it right, you
gotcha.
can kill good packs. Plus, with this, one thing to note is that, so the way Drakania works is they remove pretty much the mouse to move. You can still mouse to move some skills on her.
I hate that mouse
mainly, yeah, okay, perfect. It's mainly just based on how you move your camera. So watch how I start. Like I'm gonna jump and do the thing this way, but I'm able to completely turn it around to you. Watch.
Oh shit!
Based on camera angle. That's it. So you can angle it completely based on where your camera is aiming, and it's really good. It's pretty much a built-in mouse.
Okay, gotcha. Wow.
So like even in tip of the scale, so when you do space and RMB, then tip of the scale to shift LMB,
that's sick.
You could completely be aiming that like a snake serpent.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely movement is you have to master the movement.
Yes. You have to.
That's crazy.
Because even in PvP, you could juke people out.
Yeah, that's massive. Yeah. So wait. WF, it doesn't matter if I'm pre-awakening or awakening, right? Or does it have to be awakening?
It doesn't.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You can start the combo however you want in any form. Because what happens once you do WRMB, it's gonna put you into Hexy Blood. There's two forms. It's Hexy Blood and then Dragon Blood. Dragon Blood is the blue form that has the giant like fat spear. Okay, this sphere, that's Dragon Blood. Hexy Blood is this form. Okay. The perks to Dragon Blood, it's gonna have high damage, but it's gonna be very slow. While Hexy Blood is very fast, but doesn't have that high of damage.
I can't do the movement WF combo with my Claymore out though, right? Because it's not.
Oh, you cannot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So the cool thing about Drakania is that you really don't have to worry about being in pre-awakening.
Really?
Play
Okay,
her
okay.
without it. You could play her without it.
Okay, so if I use the pre-awakening skill, this, like
Yep.
you're saying, right? So how do
Many ways.
you get back into awakening usually?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So after this form,
Mhm.
I either do, this is kind of like expert kind of style, but I will
Yeah.
iframe, WF, and then WRB, then C.
Where's
How to
your
put 'em out of the
iframe
fight.
skill? What is that iframe
Sure.
skill?
It is a D or A, and then RMB. It's going to be the same in Awakening.
Oh, so you've got like 2 dashes then? You've got like your regular super armor dash, and then you've
Yeah.
got your
An iframe
refraction.
dash.
Oh shit! Wait, so refraction is an awakening. Oh, that's crazy.
If you go into Awakening, that same skill, the DRMB, it's going to be more corkscrew, but it's still going to give you that iframe. And that's something you got to get used to as well.
Okay, all right. Let me try that again.
Mhm.
WF, WRMB,
C.
C. Okay.
But you want to be aiming your forward guard towards your opponent.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to be popping this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so say you're right there. So I'm going to be like, okay, now he's right there. So I'm going to go right here. Keep my forward guard aimed at him.
Gotcha.
Forward guard. Yep.
And the purpose of doing that, like if I'm PVEing, right? Obviously, I could just go into that, right? Because it doesn't matter. But the way you do it that way because refraction gives you an iframe, so it avoids,
Correct.
it prevents you from getting grabbed because it's a long animation, right? That's why you do it that way.
And you could always
Okay.
cancel that animation too. But,
Okay, how do
that
you?
shift Q is the end.
Okay, gotcha. It was that, right? It was WRMB. Okay, does WRMB
Let's see.
CC? And then C. Yeah, yeah.
No, it does not. No
Okay, okay.
skills. If you're awakening, no skills in your pre-awakening kit are going to CC. That's why I say, well, not no skills. There are some, but
Gotcha.
you don't want to be using that. It's
Gotcha,
slow
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
unexpected.
Just like that.
So yeah,
Okay.
okay. So there's the movement. So let's try to just get one good flow of movement consistent to see if you
Okay.
can do it 2 rotations around by doing the movement.
All right, here we
F,
go.
WRB, tectonic, shift up.
Boom. Did it. Bam.
Perfect.
Perfected it.
Beautiful.
Done. Done. We got it, chat. Bam. All day. And then I could just do it again, right? Maybe? No?
Yep.
No, but I'm still on cooldown,
Right.
though. The skills are still on cooldown.
So okay, so this is if you look at the combo I sent you here. There's a certain thing in between it that you just mix in, which is just the shift W and then tip of the scale. Do that once.
So here it is, chat. You ready? Boom. 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 Boom.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, I ran
Look
out of
at
mana on the
that.
last one.
Ran
Last
out of
one, I
mana,
ran out of
though,
mana.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, that was it. That was definitely
You
it.
got it.
Okay.
Very nice.
That's going to take a lot of practice, though, for sure.
That is definitely.
This is insane.
let me
Dude. I
see.
love this mobility.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
so nice.
Crazy. Okay. So
All right,
That's
perfect.
it.
So now we
Boom.
can kind of go into the
Okay.
PvE combo now.
yeah, let's go with the
I
PvE
know
combo.
A little bit of the skills.
I do. Let's talk about the basic rotation, I guess. I know it kind of depends on what mobs you're fighting, one-shot packs or, the endgame mobs, whatever. If you could maybe walk us through as a complete beginner, what would be the best way to go about this?
Sure.
To learn
So
the
as you-
PvE rotation.
So for like seasonal grinding, which you'll be doing,
Mm-hmm.
there's not necessarily a finite combo that you want to be sticking to. You're
Okay.
basically relying on movement skills like this to get you around. So like this right there, and then you see that leap to go from pack to pack because you're one-shotting basically everything. If you're around 240 AP on Drac, you're one-shotting all those season locations.
Gotcha.
It's simply about moving around. So I'll just teach you like a combo that I kind of use as my grinding. So let's do this one first. So let's start with
Which one is this gonna be?
part. This one's gonna be the like lower Gyphon, kind of your end game or like high tier mobs kind of grinding. So you're gonna start with aerial burst. Aerial burst is gonna be your main form of skill that will aggro because it's a wide AOE. So you want to pop that off your hotbar.
Aerial burst
Only
is which skill?
That
Aerial, burst,
burst
my
is that
4
blue.
skill. Okay.
correct.
Okay. And this is a hotbar only skill.
Tell them
Right.
about the noted features Beater provides an escape function. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you like sticky notes on screen, video has a sticky notes kind of feature where you can put a combo on the screen. And you can make it transparent a bit too, so you can see the combo on your screen as you're playing. That always helps too. If
Okay.
you did that.
Oh, wait, should I do that right now? Okay, I can. Does that make it easier?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing in the game.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So if you go, I'd use the old menu. So at the top of your edit, where it says edit menu at the top, there's a 4 like squares that says old menu.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Perfect.
Yeah. I got it.
All right. So in there now you can go ahead and click add note at the bottom.
Okay.
And then in there you can type whatever you want, then hit save, and then you can move that little box around anywhere on your screen, and it'll permanently stay up on your screen until you hit close it out.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. You could even type aerial burst, and you could put 4 keybind, whatever works for you.
Okay.
So what is that?
Aerial burst 4.
Then tectonic slam, which is your 5 key, the red tectonic slam.
Which is off the hotbar too, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I do it manually, or should I do it off the hotbar?
You should do it off the hotbar.
Okay. So
I guess both works. Honestly, both works. I just do it off the hotbar. It's easier for me because I have them on my mouse buttons. Same.
Okay.
So then it's aerial burst, and then tectonic slam, and then it's going to be SLMB, which is your what's it called again? Oh, I'm so bad with names. One thing you're going to learn about me is I'm bad with names. Savage Decree and Hexblood.
Okay. SLMB is Savage Decree.
So you're doing the first hit of SLMB, and then into Concealed Claw, which is LMB, RMB.
Okay, so I have Aerial Burst into Tech Slam into SLMB, and then left mouse button, right mouse button to follow that, right?
Immediately after SLMB. And then you're doing SF, which is our Sundering Roar.
S plus F?
Correct. Sundering Roar, which is S plus F.
Okay.
And you hold F. Yep.
Okay. Does it have to flow there?
It flows after the
Gotcha.
the LMB RMB. Watch, you see I do this and then like that. So yeah, it flows.
Wait, am I doing that right thing? Am I doing that right? Maybe I'm not.
Oh, not the right one. No. See, what you're doing there is you're holding F too long, because F is also going to be your crackling flame in the red form.
So that's it, just like that?
Yep, so just the 2 hits. So bam, bam. That's it. That's Sundering Roar. And then you have, after that skill, you're going to have your Shift F, and this is one you're going to be used to in the movement combo. Your Shift F, then tip of the scale. So Shift F was the long stab, and then tip of the scale was Shift LMB, the lead. And then you're going to have Obliterate after that, which is Shift E. So these skills so far that you just did up to Obliterate are pretty much giving you your buffs and getting ready for your high damage now. And then you're doing Shift Q afterwards. If you notice, when you do Shift E and then Shift Q, it flows really well together.
Okay.
Really.
What is Shift Q? What is Shift Q?
It is Doombringer.
Okay, so Shift E. Yeah, that's fucking sick. Oh, the cooldowns aren't super long either, huh?
The cooldowns, the only long cooldown you'll notice is our Sundering Roar, which they actually reduced our cooldown on it, which is this skill in our blue form, Sundering Roar.
Oh shit!
That's
Hold on.
Have our longest cooldown.
How
highest damage in PvP?
So the SF.
That's it. So if you're in blue form, yep, there it is.
That's insane. That's so much. Wait. So everything that you showed me though, it was in pre-awakening. Or excuse me,
it was in
red form. Sorry. Yeah.
Correct. So once you do Obliterate and then into Doombringer, that's putting you into blue form. So now you're getting ready for the damage part.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So Shift Q automatically places me in my blue stance. Got it.
Correct. And then after that, you do SE, which is going to be Tectonic Slam in blue form.
SE. That's so weird. I don't like that bind. SE.
Yeah, it's really weird, but once you get the hang of it, you love it.
Really? Okay.
Trust me. And then after that, you do SLMB. So
SLMB.
SLMB. Okay. And that's going to be called Storm Piercer. Oh no, sorry, Savage Decree. blue form.
Savage, Decree, blue. All right, so SE, SLMB. That's it.
And then
Got
we
it.
have a couple more. And then shift plus LMB in blue form, which is going to be Tectonic Slam. Yep. And then you do your Dragon Roar after that, I call it, which is Sundering Roar. It's SF.
Yo, Shrix in chat is like, what the fuck is that? That's so true. It's so true.
Oh, yeah.
It's so true though, because it's so it's fucking mad. Look at this skill. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
So this combo is how we compete with at end game kind of grinding. How we're able to pull, or how you're able to pull on Drakania, a high tier kind of loot.
Gotcha.
So I'm just teaching him this combo right now because it kind of just gives him the flow of the skills.
For sure.
And I'll show you why. So, and then one thing I want to note about SE is SE will immediately, if you're in Hexy Blood form, like at the pre-awake, you can immediately press SE at any point and it'll instantly put you in a Dragon Blood form as well. Everything I'm going to teach you is going to be from red form to blue form. I'm not going to teach anything in pre-awake.
So it looks like the two skills so far we've gone over that moves us from red to blue is Shift Q and SE. Correct.
Aerial Burst will also do that, and that's why with Aerial Burst we do Tectonic Slam afterwards, because Tectonic Slam in the red form, WE, will put you into red form when being in blue form. I said, bro, that is literally an essay.
S plus E swaps to blue. And then what swaps to red?
Tectonic Slam red form, so WE.
Tech Slam.
And also
W
WRMB, which is Storm Maul.
Okay, so those are the swaps. Got it.
And then Aerial Burst will also switch you to blue form, so if you want to put that on there.
I will practice it. I think this will take me a little time to memorize, but let's move on. Okay, so that's our long combo. And do you want to walk us through a seasonal combo, or we're kind of either one-shotting mobs or two-shotting mobs?
Absolutely.
Let's see it.
So this one's going to be way easier for you, for sure. It's going to be less skills. But the reason why I don't want you to kind of master this one is because it kind of like muscle memory type of things where you want to flow into kind of the way that I showed you with the long combo, but it's completely fine. So once you get the flow of the class, you're going to be like, oh, I could do this skill off cooldown, I could do this skill, I could do this skill, I could do this skill, instead of relying on one combo for quick engagement. So, but here's this. So I just want you to practice this beginning part. So WRMB is going to be a good movement skill between packs. So WRMB, then Shift Q. Practice that.
Well, I'm in my pre-wake. Okay, so boom. Easy enough.
Then after that, easy enough. Then you're doing SE and then SLMB. So you're almost always, by the way, flowing SE with SLMB.
Gotcha.
Typically, you're killing things with WRMB, Shift Q is typically killing things, but if not, your SE with SLMB R. So then after you do those skills, then you're doing Shift W into Tectonic Slam, while you're still in Dragon Ball, to the next pack. See how all those skills have kind of that movement into it?
Yeah.
So you see how WRMB moves you forward, and after you kill this pack, you're doing this, and it's also moving you forward.
Okay, so that was
keep that flow between packs.
This actually kind of ties into the movement part that we talked about originally.
Correct.
So a lot of shift LMBs, a lot of tip of the scales.
Yes, a lot of tip of scales, because if you notice with tip of scales, it's leaping you forward.
Right.
So that's why we want that. We want that propulsion.
Gotcha. Kind of like Succession Rage Hammer for Striker. And this is staying in blue though, right? This is keeping us in blue.
Right. This is still keeping you in blue for. So one pack you're killing in blue, the other pack you'll be killing in red, and the next pack you're killing blue. So it's just rotating between packs.
Gotcha.
So then you're doing Sundering Roar.
So I'm here,
SF.
and then SF.
Yep, and then doing SF. Yep. To the next pack that you're doing. So that will just one-shot that entire pack that you're doing. And then, Tectonic Slam. Sorry. Then you're Tectonic Slamming to the next pack. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't even you don't even have to space. You don't even have to fly. You just do WE.
Okay.
WE.
Gotcha.
Just depending on the distance, I guess you could say. And then you're doing like Shift F, those things. Shift F, Shift L and B, and then obliterate.
Right, the movement skill again, and just rotating. So it's all this season grind is, it's obviously just a lot of it comes from the base movement combo, but then you're weaving in certain attacks while you're doing it.
Correct. Drakania has very good season grind because of her mobility. So once you master the mobility, and then you get down to where you know what kind of skills you're off on cooldown, where you could weave in certain damage skills in between your movement, then it's the best season grinder. Yes, if you want to add really quickly to your notes, so you don't forget it, just after the WE, you're doing Shift F,
Shift F,
Shift LMB,
Shift LMB,
and then Shift E,
Shift E,
and then it's Shift Q, which repeats the combo from the start, right? Basically.
Wow, there's a lot to learn here, boys. There's a lot to learn. So, like, as an Awakening Drakania, outside of Markthanan's scale, I'm actually never in pre-awakening.
No, that's actually not correct. However, you don't need to be. So the better thing is you don't need to be. However, if you want to master the class, and of course utilizing your skills in pre-awakening, only some of them would be the key to mastering the class. So, like, I'll tell you that if you're curious, I'll tell you the couple skills that you could be using in your pre-awakening. And then you're going to have, if you scroll down a lot to the middle part where it says secondary skills, you're going to be using the WF, which is Dragon's Advance. It's going to be super armor and a movement skill. And then you also want to level up the refraction in there, by the way. You have that absolute refraction.
Okay, absolute refraction. Gotcha.
But then also you're using Azir's Onslaught. So if you scroll up a bit more, actually.
Yep, got it. WE, okay.
Those two are typically the only ones you're going to realistically be using. Anything else, so like if you do any of the damage skills in this pre-awakened form, you're doing no damage, and people can pressure you because they know that one, you're not going to do any damage, two, it's not going to CC them, so it could easily pressure you in those forms. However, they do give super armor. So you can utilize them, but you don't have to. Okay,
so it's mainly the protection that it provides, but for PvE, would they also be something that you want to use?
Okay, yeah. So for PvE, the WE that I thought, which is the WE is a movement, and also the the WE. Yeah. So that moves you from packs. So that's movement. You can use that. You could hotbar that as well. However, it's not needed. It's not needed. Again, like a lot of the things in pre-awaken, not needed. Master the class, sure, use it. But not needed. So yes, you could do that, and then the the WF is a good movement as well.
Yeah, it's good movement. Okay, so for PvE wise, how outside of WF, which is obviously just movement, how often are you using those two other skills that you told us about in a PvE like end game
PvE
grinding rotation? Yeah,
never.
Okay,
I'd never use it. I never use pre-awakening for grinding.
Okay, so for PvE, you're never really going into your pre-awakening, maybe outside of Markthanan scale if you need to.
The only thing is that skill enhancements window in Abyssal Advance, it gives you a crit rate buff.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the only thing. But that forces you to go into pre-awaken, then you just swap to
back
Awakening.
Gotcha.
You just press C. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then Dragon's Assault, Shift Z.
Yep,
do you ever use that?
Movement skill.
Pretty good movement
typically. I use it for PvP mostly though, never in PvE. But it's it's a good skill to for like kiting. It's like getting around a wall like that, right? It gives you verticality. So,
Gotcha.
It's PvE, it's a good skill for juking.
Gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about PvP, the skill rotation, but let's start with the general play style and the general purpose and goal of Drakania PvP.
Absolutely. So Drakania PvE, her playstyle is more, you could think of it as assassin, is how I kind of play a playstyle. And you'll see a lot of Drakanias play it to where you're just smashing in, doing your damage, but typically they're dying when you do that. If you play it more like an assassin playstyle and in and out, get in there quick, deal your damage, get out fast, you actually find more success in it. So the playstyle I do it in is more assassin based. And the reason I say that is because if you ever watch me PvP, I am moving non-stop, like just non-stop moving, constantly moving on her, moving in and out, juking in and out with the movement. So yeah, so I'd play it that way. So it's assassin without the invisibility. What I want you to first kind of learn and get used to is the grabbing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you do a couple of kind of not grab combos, but just getting movement off and then getting into a grab. So I first want you to practice this, and this is going to be very kind of corkscrewy, as I could best say it. But I want you to do A RMB or D RMB, whichever one you prefer, into a grab.
And I can't actually move that while I do it, right? Like I can't actually maneuver that, right?
Yeah, correct. You have to practice. See where I'm standing? See, I'm standing like right here because I know that when I D RMB, I'm getting right next to him. So you'll get the movement for sure, but that's why I say it's corkscrewy. You gotta learn. You definitely have to master the iframe angle.
What would be the range on the actual grab?
The range on the grab is pretty much right next to you. Like it leaps forward a little bit, but you want to be as close as possible. But it does leap forward.
I noticed that I can cancel it mid. Like I can cancel it into grab like before I'm actually finished with the refraction.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So you're better off. So would I be able to get it from here as well? Ooh, okay,
yeah, you can get it from any distance, as long as you never. The thing range about us, if you wait for your grab, the thing about our grab is like I told you before, is you never want to cancel it without moving because then you do the long cast of grab,
which is
unprotected. So stand still. There you go. See how that's super long?
Yeah, super long.
You never want to grab like that. Never, never. You always want to be grabbing with after movement, like an iframe or that side dash, which is a shift D or A or W.
Okay. So how come we didn't get grabbed there? Did I just miss? It looked like it hit him.
You just missed.
Really?
Yeah, it's aiming for the hitbox is it's
really small, huh?
Right on him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man.
And it's probably also better for you to be in Hexy Blood form. We had the Dragon Blood out. There you go.
Oh, okay. Is it a little bit faster?
Kinda.
Okay, that was better. Yeah. Okay, so once we master that, what's the next step?
Sure. Once you master that, then I want you to try doing. This one's going to be a bit like the movement combo E. So you're going to do Shift W, tip of the scale, and to grab.
Okay.
There you go.
Gotcha.
You see the distance on that too?
Yeah, it's a big distance.
Yep. And that grab, by the way, there's something definitely buggy with it. It increases our range of our grab in some instances. So you don't have to be right next to them and it'll grab.
Really?
There's something buggy in there. It's a really strong engage because of that. Okay. So the next thing after that is going to just be the combo. So it's a typical grab combo. You're going to be going into the grab, then shift E, and then going to re-CC with the KD. I'll tell you all the skills in a moment.
Okay.
So just so you get to visualize it, let's try it. So I grab, shift Q, re-CC, and I shift Q like that, boom, and I'm out. Okay. And what that's going to look like, is it's going to be your grab E, right, and then you're going to be shift E, obliterate.
Shifting.
Then you're going to be doing Sundering Roar, which is SF, both hits. And then you're going to go into, I like to do Refraction, which is A RMB or D RMB, and then Shift Q. And then after Shift Q, you're of course doing the SE, SLMB, and then Shift RMB. Just the first one of Shift RMB, and then you're out.
Okay, so you only get one skill in between your grab and your second CC.
Correct, yes. Because Obliterate takes too long. You just want to re-CC with that. Plus, we have very high damage, so you're able to get away with just getting in that one skill. This is where you get to the broken part, where we don't have to press a lot of skills for a PvP.
Oh, interesting. So these skills must just really hit fucking hard.
chunk. They
Really?
chunk.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yes.
I thought so. It's funny because I thought the PvP combo would be way more complicated. So I was talking about going PvE first. The PvE combo was a fucking essay, and the PvP combo is just like
Yeah, PvP combo is like 5 skills and you're chilling. While the PvE one, because we lack damage in PvE, which is why our PvE combo is so massive.
Right.
But yes, our PvP combos can be very small, but it can be also very long, depending on who you're fighting. This is where it does matter where which kind of form you're in.
Gotcha.
For PvE, yeah, you want to make sure that
I'm in Dragon Blood.
Yeah, you want to kind of stay out of Dragon Blood. The only time you want to be in Dragon Blood for engages is when you're doing like a flight engage into tip of the scale. Other than that, I'm typically always in Hexy Blood, but you'll naturally be in Hexy Blood if you master the movement skills, because all the movement skills will always put you into Hexy Blood no matter what. Yeah, you won't have to worry. Again, you never have to worry about your form. There's a guy in EU named Tamatsu who does worry about his form a lot, to where he locks his flight. However, with this playstyle, my playstyle, you never have to worry about what form you're in, because you're always in the right form with just playing the flow.
What about other combos? Like if you don't actually get someone with the grab?
Yeah, absolutely. So AD RMB, so the iframe.
Okay.
So the iframe into tip of the scale. And I'm gonna try to not say keybinds anymore, because I want you to master the keybinds.
Okay.
By the skills, just knowing the skills.
Gotcha.
So iframe into tip of the scale.
Iframe into tip of the scale. Okay. In my blue stance?
Correct, in your blue stance. Yep. And you'll notice, see how far you're going with tip of the scale, right? With after iframe. Now try just doing tip of the scale in blue form, just standing. Okay. See, you don't go that far.
Right.
So you definitely want to make sure you are doing tip of the scale after any kind of movement. So either shift W or the iframe.
Gotcha.
So it's the same thing with the grab, right? You want to be doing it after a movement skill.
Gotcha. Any movement skill is gonna
do.
Okay.
Yes, because what that allows you to do is get behind someone's forward guard with that. So you could iframe and get behind someone's forward guard with a leap. And you'll notice once you start hitting like people and players, you'll notice that like, oh, I do a lot of damage here. I don't even have to add this part of this combo to this.
Gotcha. I think as far as the PvP goes, we've got two pretty basic combos. We have the grab combo, and then we have a tip of the spear combo. But the tip of the spear combo is really like if you catch someone with any CC, you'll pretty much follow it with that, right?
Correct.
Tip of the spear is what kind of CC again?
A KD.
It's a knockdown. Okay, so it is the longest. I'm assuming if you catch someone, like, are you usually catching people with either tip of the spear or grab, or are there other engages that you try to fish people out with?
There's definitely other engages for sure. You want to watch this one pretty carefully. It's a WRMB engage that I typically do. It's very fast. Because watch this. See that? So see how I'm just going in and out. So So what it gives you the ability to do with this engage. Now this is a little bit more, advanced engage or catch. What this gives you the ability to do is when you WRMB, then you instantly go out and you get to look to see if there's CC'd, and that's when I either do the movement combo to get back to where I was. So shift W, then tip of the scale, or you could easily do shift F and then tip of the scale to get back to where you were. Then you're re-CCing them with the Sundering Roar SF. And then you continue that combo where it starts from Sundering Roar. You do like the Sundering Roar, obliterate, shift Q. For this one, okay, also I'll just tell you this combo. So this is engaged. So WRMB. Okay? WRMB, then immediately turn your camera around and do a WE to disengage. So, and then once you can confirm that you CC'd that target, and the best reason why you're doing WE is because if you don't CC him, you're already out. Flowers, your YouTube videos are great. Thank you, man. You're instantly out of the fight. So you're doing W this, boom, going back in. So that goes into Shift F, just your movement stuff. Remember, Shift F will leap you forward so Shift F, tip of the scale, or Shift W, tip of the scale. So once you get your movement down, you pick which one you prefer. Both work. I'll have you do it this way. Let's have you just stick to this way. Do WRB, Tectonic Slam out, and then I want you to shift W and then tip of the scale. And then tip of the scale, and then SF.
Okay, so the WRB is what would catch him if I caught him, right?
Right.
Gotcha.
To put it simpler, it's just if you see you CC'd someone, whatever you can do to get back to that target to get an SF off. So and that's when you master the movements.
Okay.
Whatever. If you have to fly to him, you could do that too. I don't prefer that, but just whatever you can do to go back to re-CC that target. This one will kind of be different because you don't want to shift Q after that second CC because you see a limited timer. So it's actually going to be a little bit different. So you actually might want to put this on the notes.
Okay.
If you get any catches that isn't tip of the scale, then this would be the combo to do. Shift E, then Shift Q, which is Doombringer, and then SE, which is your Tectonic Slam in blue form, and then SLMB after that. And you're getting out.
Okay, so we've got WRB and then disengage. If they got caught, I'm going to Shift F or Shift W into LMB, into SF, double hit, Shift E into Shift Q, Doombringer, SE. I'm out of mana. And then I can
SLMB.
And then I can iframe out after SLMB, right?
Correct. Yep.
Man, that's a lot of combos. I am definitely in school right now.
Blue form is going to be your SA. It's going to have a lot of your SAs in it. And it's also, if you just look over the blue skills, every single blue form skill has 100% critical hit rate. So every hit of their ability in Dragon Blood is doing crit damage, which is 200% bonus damage, right?
Gotcha.
So that's why the class chunks.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you this just because it'll be considerably shorter. If this is like larger scale PvP and you have to obviously be in and out a little bit faster, a little bit more protected, what would you do? Assuming that you engage, let's just say, boom, and then you get a catch, and then you want to go back in. So would you just go into this and then just straight into that, just to stay protected? Like, how would you?
Yes, so typically in a large scale format, if I know that the fight is going to be super large scale, I'm actually going to be coring Extinction. And the reason being is for the ability to re-CC protected, and it switches you from this, because your engages is going to look like this. So large scale PvP, I always smartly engage from out of rendered distance. I fly in all the time with the tip of the scale engage at people's backs when they least expect it. Right? And then if they get CC'd with tip of the scale, I'm always iframing after that tip of the scale engage. Always. And if I see that they got CC'd, then I'm shift Fing, which is a protected re-KD. And then I'm either, depending on the distance they go, then I'm moving, shift Q, shift Eing, shift Qing, and SE, SLMB, and then getting out. So you notice that in all of the combos, your biggest damage is going to be this. And this is what I'll teach you because this will help you actually.
Okay.
Your biggest damage is going to be your Shift E into Shift Q into SE into SLMB.
Gotcha. That's all
biggest chunk of damage. That's all protected.
So you get rid of tip of the scale because that's quick. You don't. The value of that being protected because you're usually engaging from off screen is less valuable than Extinction, because Extinction you're already being seen. You can also not follow the combo. So
one thing to add real quickly in there is the tip of the scale core was only for PvE in a rare form of PvP, and that's only 1v1s potentially based on certain other person's playstyle.
Gotcha.
So the core that you always want to be running in PvP is Sundering Roar, and even the EU, the rank 1 Draconian EU, also does Sundering Roar. You always want to core Sundering Roar for PvP, always. Only reason I switched to Extinction is for large scale siege. That's the only reason I'll switch to core Extinction, because if you core Extinction, the reason why I don't core Extinction typically is because it actually slows down your movement. Because it has a longer animation now with it cored, So and it makes it useless now, because now in your movement you're doing SF and you don't need to be protected in your movement in that sense. So it's a waste of a core if you use that over Sundering Roar in PvP.
We started off coring Tip of the Scale. Why did we core Tip of the Scale then?
Tip of the Scale was for PvE.
Oh, Tip of the Scale is for PvE. Gotcha. And then Sundering Roar, which is SF. Was it SF?
SF. The double hits of SF. Right. That has high damage as well. It's a good SA trading skill to have.
Okay, gotcha. It's just one skill, right? It doesn't flow into anything. It's just a knockdown.
One skill. Yeah. If you hold it, correct. It's just a knockdown. But if you hold it, it actually does 2 hits.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, and both of those hits do the same amount of damage. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing both of those hits.
Okay, wait. So if I'm using Tip of the Scale in Hexblood versus Tip of the Scale in Dragon Blood is like a bigger. It's a bigger thing, huh?
Correct. Tip of the Scale. Tip of the Scale Hexblood is going to be it's going to be very small AOE and it only stips.
Gotcha.
Tip of the Scale in Dragon Blood is going to be a very massive AoE, and also KD's everybody hit.
Gotcha. Stiff versus KD, and okay, makes sense. So I always want to open with blue when that comes in, and then
and Tip of the Scale also has high damage as well. So you're pretty much engaging with that. If you hit it at someone's back, you're almost like doing half their HP with just that one skill.
Wow. Okay. Okay, when you're flying in, what skill is that? Are you just jumping? It's just the...
No, actually, there's something I haven't taught you. Shift space. Just shift space while you're standing. You can fly.
And I can just permanently fly? Jesus.
You could permanently fly as long as you have stamina. Yep.
Okay, wow.
And you also have that, it also, with our flight, it also removes fall damage. So if you're going to like Garmoth or anything, you can just fly off the mountaintops and fall infinitely and you'll take no damage.
I could flow into Tip of the Spear from the flight?
Yep, correct. Yep.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. That's insane.
And you could even speed up that flight as well. So if you do this, so if you start flight, and then before you engage, you press F. So shift it. F, it speeds you up. So you get faster, but it takes more
before I engage?
Yes.
Okay.
Shift space and hold F. It'll boost you, and you'll begin to fly farther. Fly faster.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. So so the game has a render distance. As you can see, like... you can't like see me at a certain point of my distance, right? So if I'm flying in, watch how I'll fly in. You'll see me like, and you have a split second chance to react. Just watch in this general direction, and you'll see. See, by that time, you just don't even notice, especially in the heat of battle, you don't see a Drakania coming in at all. You just don't. So that's why you're flying into Tip of the Scale, and then into a KD. And then into your damage combo, which is your Shift E, Shift Q, SE, SLMB.
I'm out of mana. Bro, I can't actually.
The mana.
Yeah, it's the mana. The mana.
We need our mana buff. PA.
That's so
Please
bad.
Buff our mana.
Heck?
Is there a way to cancel that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can cancel that with any movement skills, like shift backwards, or I think iframe also works. So shift directional will cancel that, and then the iframe will work. So just shift directional will cancel that.
I think we got everything that we needed, to be perfectly honest. We got a grab combo, we got a non-grab combo, we got our engages, and then we got our protected combo. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I think we've covered it all.
That's basics, yep.
All right. That's the basics, he says. That's the basics, guys. And from there, there's like 2 levels above that, chat. You're going to have to check out Flowers' video for that one. As far as this video goes, I think we're going to close this out here as far as the YouTube video, unless you have any final thoughts or final comments you want to make.
Pretty much the basics. Again, don't get discouraged. As you can see, Kanon's struggling with the mana. I highly recommend, if you're going to play this class, that's why I don't recommend this as a starter class, is getting your fairy to instant consume the mana potions for you. Getting that is a must, as well as learning the movement. Please, please, please take time, practice the movement, and you'll become a way better Draconian just with that. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
It sounds like it's all movement based for sure. That's definitely the first skill set that you need. Boys and girls, if you want to check out Flowers, I will link all of his things in the description. Check out his Twitch, check out his YouTube. When he does eventually post his full guide, I will go ahead and link that in the description as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Sorry, I'm a little fried. And once again, go check out Flowers. Thank you, Flowers. Appreciate that, brother.
Of course. Thank you, Kanon. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Perfect.